Hi there, this is a short video on how to do assignment 3, the file size assignment. Here I have the PDF open with the instructions and it says to image. Just note when you're in the Finder, to find the file size, I like to go to column view, select the file, and then you can see the file size written right there. So I'm just going to close this now, and you can see I have an image here called cometneat.tiff. If I select that, I can see that the file size is 47.5 megabytes. Okay, I'm going to open that up in Photoshop. I am using an older version of Photoshop, but the process is pretty much the same. So it should be just fine. Anyhow, to change the color mode, we go to the image file menu and mode, and here you have the different color modes. It's already in RGB, so that one is set. I can change it to CMYK. I'll say OK. And with the change, you'll see CMYK show up in the title bar of it. And now I'll just do a save as, and I'll save it in the same folder. I'm going to put CMYK in the file name so that I know just by looking at the file what it is. Whoops. CMYK. And save it as a TIFF. We'll leave compression at none, and as a Mac or PC if you're working on a PC. And say OK. I can close that window and I can come back to here and I can see I've got my CMYK and my original file. Now the original one was an RGB, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to change that and name that RGB at the end, so I know that that's the RGB file. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the RGB file again. Oops, it opened with preview. My fault there. I'll open it in Photoshop. I'm just going to drag it onto the Photoshop icon there. Now I'm going to save it image mode. I'm going to save it as a lab color. So now it says lab in the title bar there. Do file, save as. I'm going to put here, instead of RGB, this is LAB. Save it as a TIFF, same settings. Alright, and I can close that and go back to my RGB file. Drag that into... Oh, I'm going to check my PDF file here one more time. We need RGB, lab, CMYK, grayscale, and bitmap. Okay. So we'll go back to the RGB file. Open it in Photoshop. Image mode. Notice bitmap is grayed out because you need to go to a grayscale first. So I'm going to go to grayscale. Do I want to discard the color information? Yes. Now it says gray in the title bar. You can see it's a black and white photo. So I'll do file, save as. Here I'm going to take out RGB and put in gray. TIFF, same settings. And I can close that. I can go back to my RGB file. Open that one in Photoshop. Now we need a bitmap file. Bitmap is a little different than RGB, than grayscale. So, but you have to go through the grayscale. We'll leave the input-output the same. It doesn't matter which one you check. 50% threshold will discard any pixel that's lighter than 50%. It'll make it grays by using customs there. So we'll just go to the 50%. Actually, I'll use a diffusion dither. That's fine. Say OK. It looks pretty much like a a black and white photo, but you see if I zoom in here, you can see that all the grays are made with black and white pixels. Anyhow, we'll do File, Save As. I'll save that as a TIFF. Oh, I'm going to put in here bitmap. Save as a TIFF, and OK. And then I can close that. Now I've got my 5 color modes, and they're all TIFFs, and I can compare the file sizes to them. So my RGB file size, I would write that down. Lab file size, oops, write that down. My grayscale, my CMYK, and my bitmap. So I'd like you to do that with these 3 images, noting all their file sizes there, and submit that through Canvas. All right.